There we go. See, I'm out of practice doing this FTS thing, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Press go live and didn't go live. But anyway, once again, or for those who are joining us officially now, welcome to episode 124 of Folks Talking Sports. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. And joining me is Willy Gibson, who's pulling double duty because he's a bad, bad man. Just finished up talking football on the AdMax Corner with Mr. A.D. Adolphus Moore. Brother Gibson, how are you, sir?
I'm fantastic, sir. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well. Had a
What
had
up,
a
though?
had a busy day today in basketball.
Yeah.
If you allow me, Brother Gibson, I'm
Mhm.
going to mix things up just a bit
Yep.
with this news first.
Yeah.
CP announced her retirement earlier today. This is the first day of WNBA training camp, and all the pictures and images she did what the youngsters do, or people younger than us do, announced it on Instagram first, you know, and
Social
then it
media.
and then it got shared on other social media platforms, and ESPN and every other outlet ran with it. And Corey is correct. I'm going to tell some stuff that folks may not know
Mhm.
about Miss Candace Parker. I first saw her when she was in high school, really, but her freshman year at Tennessee, she suffered an ACL injury either toward the end of her high school year. So she did not play a official freshman year at Tennessee.
Mhm.
There was talk about her playing when Tennessee made the Final Four without her. And it's sort of, but will CP play? Well, she wasn't going to play, but she was with the team, warm ups, being a team player. She was there. I'm going to throw some rocks, okay? Pebbles.
Mhm.
These are little pebbles,
You.
little
Nah.
pebbles. But when she arrived to Tennessee, the previous class of Tennessee did not win a championship. 4 years, no championship. Candace said, I remember I forgot who it was. Might have been Holly Rowe, Robin Roberts, whoever was working at ESPN, whatever. She said, when before I leave, there will be new banners hanging up there, pointing up to championships. I came here to win championships. It's been a while. I'm not going to talk about who the person was who told me, hey, Lady Vol. She told me, well, Kris, folks would kill to win, be the Final Four straight years. And I was like, that'd be true at other programs not named Tennessee.
Mhm.
So CP said, we're going to hang some banners up before I leave. She did. She got that. Mission accomplished. Tennessee UConn games were sensational. They were must-see TV. Her dunk at UConn was a thing that still irks UConn fans to this day because she dunked and she did a pose and she's like, yep, it's a new day in town here, all that kind of stuff. But when she was done and she announced she was going pro, 2008, in Tampa, met her mom, talked to her mom, mostly off the record kind of stuff. Talked to her mom, get ready to talk, ready for the draft. Clearly she's going to be the number one pick in the draft, all that kind of stuff. Rookie of the year and MVP, same year. Only person to do that, the MVP and Rookie of the Year, same year. She had friends in H-Town that she would come and visit. I saw her at a couple Rocket games. I speak to her. She's like, yeah, I remember you from Tampa, blah, 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 blah. From Final Four. Yeah, I said, yeah. You live here? I said, yes, Candace, I do. Oh, okay. At the time, Nikki Caldwell was coaching at UCLA. Nikki Caldwell played at Tennessee, was on Coach Summit's staff. UCLA played Rice at Rice. And this was Archie Court. So this is before the renovations, everything. I go there to see UCLA and Rice play. I see Candace there. Candace is like, Kris, you're everywhere. I see you at Rockets. You're here. Why are you here? I'm like, UCLA's playing Rice, women's basketball. Oh, so you cover women's basketball too? Of course, CP. I was like, that's right. That's right. So we go back a long, 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 long way. So I am very happy for her to go out on her terms. Her body just broke down on her. She said it in her retirement post. You know when you know. the surgeries. She had 10 surgeries, knee surgeries, foot surgeries. She just couldn't do it anymore. So salute to CP. I know her mom is happy, family's happy. So I'm happy for her. With the Las Vegas Aces, Sydney Colson, who's from H-Town, is on the Aces. So me, Sydney, and CP all have like a quirky bond there. And one of the Aces media people I've known since she was at USA Basketball. So it's all like a family. So it's all good. Long story short, salute to Candace Parker on her retirement. Enjoy it. And she said she's going to be an owner of a WNBA team and an NBA team. And I would not put it past her. So Candace Parker, salute to you and kudos to you and enjoy your retirement. And I'll see you, I'm sure, soon somewhere on the court, somewhere on the studio. Any thoughts you want to share, Brother Gibson, on Candace Parker?
Yeah, I mean, one of the best to ever do it. I mean, without question. I mean, what she did with Naperville High School, Tennessee, like you said, the only player in the WNBA history to go Rookie of the Year, MVP in the same year. Three-time WNBA champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist. I don't know of any superlative or any accolade in the game that she has not accomplished. Just, kudos to her. That's, as you said, her body, she mentioned it, she's possibly looking at another foot surgery at 38 years old. So, kudos to her. I mean, phenomenal career, and whatever she chooses to do going forward, whether, I know she'll probably remain with Turner and the WNBA coverage. Like you said, her ownership aspirations, she'll be successful no matter what it is that she puts her hand to. So, kudos to her on a phenomenal career, and looking forward to seeing what's next.
And Brandon is a consistent supporter and follower of the channel, the YouTube channel, the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. He knows, amen, brother. Just amen. Man. When the WNBA left Houston, it hurt my wallet. It hurt my bank account, all that financial. So financial reasons, yes. Selfish reasons, because I enjoy covering women's hoops. So all of that. So yes, I would love for the WNBA to return to Houston. I'm not sure Tillman Fertitta is as gung-ho as he used to be about bringing a W back to Houston. Time will tell about all of that. I joked in a post maybe 2 weeks ago with everything that Dallas is doing. They're moving. Eventually, they're going to build a downtown arena or renovate arena downtown for the Wings to move from Arlington to downtown Dallas. I joked based on that news, maybe I need to move to Dallas to cover the WNBA, because it doesn't seem like it's going to come to Houston. And Brandon is accurate on this too. Hilton Koch was the owner of the Comets when the Comets disbanded. He bought the team from Les Alexander. Les did not want to own the team once he and his wife got divorced. His wife was a supporter of women's basketball in town. He wasn't Les. Les was Rockets only. That's all he wanted to do was Rockets. Hilton Koch was like Mattress Mac light. Mattress Mac got buku money, owner of a furniture store, all that kind of stuff. Hilton Koch is just like, I want to be Mac, honestly.
Oh, want to be Mac.
I want to be. He didn't have the deep pockets that Mac did and all that. Yet the league still approved his ownership. And he did not realize what it took to be a successful owner. He did not realize, it's water under the bridge now. Checks relate to employees, to players. In the arena decision to move away, to go down to the NRG arena, the locker room size was about as big as my closet, basically. It was just not a good thing. But so, yes, the league made a mistake in approving him for ownership. And I'm to this day, I am still convinced that if the WNBA would have done a better job letting folks in Houston know with deep pockets how close they were to disbanding or folding the Comets, someone would have stepped up and bought the Comets.
Yeah.
I'm convinced of that. They didn't do it. Justin here, some folks seem to think the Comets franchise died. Nope. Not at all. But it was bad, Will. It was really bad. I mean, fans were used to going downtown for Comet games. Mm-hmm. Used to be, first it was a little bit in the Galleria area. Well, it was 12, 13,000 people there. Sea of Red fans. That's what it was. Sea of Red fans. 13,000, 12,000. Moved to Toyota Center downtown. 12,000, 11,000. Moved to NRG. It was still like 5,000 or 6,000, but it was harder for folks to get there because it was further away. Mm-hmm. They still supported the team, and then ownership, it was a disaster. It's a complete disaster. But, yep, and they're doing this. The flashbacks of the old Nike commercials with Coop and Tina and little, what's her name? Kyla Pratt. What was it? Who's it? Itty bitty. Kyla Pratt, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yep. So I've been around a long, long time with WNBA basketball. I was a Houston Comets season ticket holder the first 3 years before I started covering the Comets in year 3. And year 3, some point during that season, during that summer, one of my mentors, William H. Stickney, who was a comment writer for the Houston Chronicle, put in a word for me to Coach Van Chancellor. Coach Chancellor, like, Stick, who is this young man over here you're always talking to? Who is this? Can I trust him? Yeah, Van, you can. From that day on, Van took me into the inner circle. I got invited to the Comets celebration party. So, yep. Like I said, when the team was disbanded, it hurt me personally as well as financially. So, Brandon, maybe, I don't know if they could, maybe. I mean, they got, what is it called? The tournament, the basketball tournament going to play there in July for a weekend or so. So basketball could be at Fertitta Center in the summer. But again, I'm not sure how serious Tillman is about bringing the W back to town. I don't know. I have my doubts now. But it ties it all into this. The Comets were the WNBA's first dynasty. Yep. 4 in a row. But those fans of the Comets did not become fans of the Houston Cougars women's team, did not become fans of the Rice Owls women's team, did not become fans of TSU, ATU. It was just a poor job on everybody's part. The colleges and the Comets, there was a disconnect. Missed opportunities throughout. You did not see flyers, promotions, anything between both sides. Hey, we got the Comets coming up in the summer. Don't forget about the Comets. Buy season tickets. Or at Comet games, hey, we got college teams playing in town in the fall. Support them as well, like you support the Comets. They didn't do that. Drop the ball. And last note, because we're going to talk about the playoffs, NBA playoffs, and media rights with the NBA as well. Here's an indication. Brandon, Justin, everybody watching on Twitter and YouTube. When the Comets disbanded, here's an indication of how highly respected I was in the W. When the Comets disbanded, the San Antonio Stars franchise reached out to me to publicize, Kris, we know you cover the Comets. We know you're big in covering the WNBA. Mention to Comet fans, let them know they are welcome to come to San Antonio to support us. Promote that for us if you don't mind. That's how highly respected I was in the WNBA. Long, long time ago. I miss those days, Will. I miss talking to, I had the president, Donna Orander. They'd email me, hey, Kris, we got the president coming to town for a game. You want to interview her? Oh, yeah, of course. I would sit down, sure. I'd have sit down with her in like a side locker room office, just me and her. I miss those days, Will. I miss those days. Miss the days of having a WNBA franchise in H-Town. Mr. Gibson.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to play this for you. The questioners, I try to boost the volume, so it's going to be not as great as the volume for the head coach.
Okay.
but the head coach you know quite well, sir.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Coach, just the 37 to 10 in the third. What happened?
We had found something in the second quarter that worked. I thought we were extremely aggressive, played with great tempo, got to the rim. We had 40 points in the first half in the paint. That was an area we were trying to attack. And, in the third quarter, we didn't get to those same spots. We didn't play at the same tempo. And, they came out, went on a run, and we didn't match it.
How do you just regroup after a couple of tough losses?
It's a best-of-3 series, and we've got 2 games in Cleveland. Our responsibility is to take the next game as it comes, be ready to go on Tuesday. We've got some things that we need to correct, obviously. We'll take the next couple of days, correct those things, and be ready to go.
Joe? You have to look at beyond the corrections.
Yeah, I think, in the moment where things got difficult, our priority's got to be together and figure out a way how we fight through it together, and we keep each other accountable. We stay with one another because, again, in these moments, you can't let those mistakes compound. So we got to keep lifting each other up, keep supporting each other, make sure we got each other's back, and not allow one thing to lead to another in those moments.
Do you feel like this is more Orlando being comfortable at home versus something that has turned into?
Again, they played well, give them credit, but I thought in the first half we played really well. We played good basketball. We just didn't play well in the second half. We didn't shoot it well. We turned it over in that third quarter 6 times, I believe, 2 for 9 from 3. We just didn't play well in that third quarter. Again, give them credit. They played with spirit, they played with energy, but we'll be better at home.
Coach, playoffs are about adjustments. You get into Game 5. I know Game 4 is still fresh, but just talk about the saga continues and just keep on grinding.
Yeah, that's what this is about. It's a chess match and a back and forth. They held home court just like we did. So now we get an opportunity to go home and, again, play a best-of-3 series with 2 games in Cleveland. So we got to go out and do the job. Again, we've got areas where we can make some changes, make some, fix some things. But, I know our guys will be ready to go on Tuesday night.
Mr. Gibson, that was, of course, Cleveland Cavaliers head coach JB Bickerstaff after the Cavs lost Game 4. The series is now tied 2-2 with Orlando. Your thoughts on what he said?
He's right. However, I'm concerned. What's the old adage, Kris? The series doesn't start until the road team wins. Well, in theory, we can say, Orlando did what they were supposed to do. They won the 2 games at home. But it's how they won. Cleveland won by 10 in Game 2. They won by 14 in Game 1. Orlando won by 38 in Game 3. And they won by 23 in Game 4. 10, 14, 38, 24. There's a problem. It's easy to say that they did what they're supposed to do. They won at home, but it's how they won. Cavs scored 10 points in the third quarter yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell didn't score in the second half yesterday. That's after Game 3 post-game. He was made aware that Paolo Banchero, and I don't know why this bothers people. They gave him the too small sign, per se. And Donovan was
compared to Paolo, he is. He's short. Yeah.
Facts. But, it's Game 5 is pivotal. Of course, it's cliche-ish at this point. They're tied 2-2. Game 5 is pivotal. 2 of the next 3 are at home. You don't necessarily want to get – I'm concerned because, popular opinion is if JB doesn't get out of the first round, he's not coming back next year.
Okay.
Just truth be told, just to put it on wax. I'm of the mindset I'm not called for job guy. I'm not.
Right.
However, JB doesn't shop for the groceries. Kobe Altman does.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I can say it like this: cheeks are tight in Cleveland right now because Donovan Mitchell has a.
Is there some lemon booty going on there?
Yeah, a little bit. Because Donovan Mitchell has a 37.9 player option due this summer.
Yep.
And now conventional wisdom tells you he's going to exercise it.
Sure.
The issue is, will he sign an extension this summer? 3-year, 1+1. Excuse me. That's the issue. And if he doesn't, all Hades is breaking loose because now you got to trade him because you don't want to lose him next year for nothing. Then, okay, if you trade him, then what's up with Darius Garland? Oh, well, then Jared Allen, which now Jared Allen has answered all the critics this playoff series, this season.
Mm-hmm.
He's answered every question that people had after he mentioned in the playoffs last year the lights were too bright. He owned it. He said it, and he's done nothing but ball out since. But all that being said, Tuesday in Cleveland is going to be interesting because, at home, you expect – and Cleveland hasn't shot the ball well at all this entire series. Outside of the first 5 threes they hit in game 1, that game alone, they were 5 for 5 from 3, and then they finished 3 of the last 27 after that. And they won by 14. They haven't shot the ball. George Niang, haven't seen him. And Tuesday will be interesting. Tuesday will answer a lot of questions both ways, either way, on the future in Cleveland. So
let's talk about the earlier action today in the NBA playoffs.
Yep. I
tell you, that Philly Knicks series, the fans are involved, man. It is the atmosphere is great.
Yep.
The shot making at times isn't great. The decision making at times isn't great, but it's playoff basketball. Jalen Brunson, young man, that's a bad man.
Yep.
He may be short, but he gets it done. 47 today. Excuse me. 10 dimes also? They had no answer for him. But at times, and I think it was Chris Broussard posted this down the stretch. Joel Embiid seemed like it was like there was a force field stopping him from going down low and posting up. You agree with that? That's my words. Broussard just made a comment that Embiid is too big, too talented to stand around on the perimeter, and let Sixers double team him easier rather than getting his big behind down on the block. What do you think about that?
That leads me to believe, how healthy is he? Yeah. Does he trust that left knee? Which I don't think he does.
He doesn't.
Yeah. What we've seen throughout this series. That's what that tells me. That's the first thing I think of.
And then the Tyrese Maxey, they gave each other, him, Kyle Lowry, Joel Embiid, there's too many grenades. Shot clock winding down, 3 seconds left. Let me pass to one of y'all. I don't want it.
Right.
Really? What is this, man? They took too long to get into their offense. They hung around the perimeter. The offense, what offense really down the stretch? What were y'all trying to do? Tobias Harris. Boy, I hope whoever's going to be the president in Detroit is watching this first round series. Please do not give Tobias Harris that money y'all were rumored to be offering him under the Troy Weaver regime. Please put that money somewhere else. Do not give it to Tobias Harris. Please For the love of God, do not overpay Tobias Harris, the bad team tax. Please, please, please don't do that. He just ain't there. I mean, no, he's not there. Kelly Oubre. You talk about the Cavs and Lemon Booty.
Yeah.
Some of those Philly players, yeah. Yeah. But the Knicks, without Julius Randle, foul trouble to Isaiah Hartenstein. Jason Hart had what? It seemed like New York had how many O boards they have today? Let me pull it up. How many? 15 offensive rebounds. 15, Will. And it seemed like 10 of them came in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And like 4 of them came on one possession. They won by 5. They outscored Philly 21-8 in second chance points.
That's the game.
That's it right there.
Yep. Now, you mentioned Julius Randle. I have a question because I have a friend of mine that is a Knicks fan. And he was like, now, see the way we're playing right now? Now we can trade Julius Randle. And I said, oh.
Trade him to Detroit.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we'll be happy with that.
Yeah. You got to re-sign Anunoby. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. You know, I mean, come on, man. But okay, if y'all convinced that y'all. I mean, the Knicks are winning. And I said 2 weeks ago, however long ago we talked about it, that I would pick Philly to win because the Knicks don't have an answer for Joel Embiid. Big fella is not 100%. No. You can see it. The conditioning is not there. The knee is not there. The trust in his knee is not there. He's giving you what he can. It's not enough. And let me look at the rest of the Philly people here. Tobias Harris, 10 shots, made 4 of them. 10 points, 8 boards. Kyle Lowry. I mean, hell, Nick Nurse needs to play campaign more than Kyle Lowry.
Oh, wow. That's not saying a lot.
I mean, but seriously.
I know.
You know, Kyle Lowry is good. He's good to pick up a charge, offensive foul or something like that. But production-wise, 1 for 6 from the floor, 1 for 4 from 3 in 33 minutes.
That's his guy, though. That's his Toronto guy. I want to chip with Kyle Lowry. Don't you dare say nothing bad about Kyle Lowry.
That's good. You're going to lose in the first round with Kyle Lowry, too.
I know.
Yeah. But
yeah.
But the lack of shot making was a contrast to the shot making by Kyrie, Paul George, and the person that Rocket fans love to hate, James Harden. I don't know James's middle name, but if I did, I'd say his first, middle, and last name, because what he did in that fourth quarter deserves the full salute to call him his whole government name.
Hey, James Aloysius Harden. Shout out to AJ Jones. Hey, Aloysius. That's what we're going to do.
Because, man.
Yeah.
6 for 8 in the fourth quarter. Like 4 or 5 floaters. James Harden said, I still got something left in the tank. Kyrie Irving scored 14 in the fourth. James scored 15. Paul George hit this just tough ass 3-pointer in the corner against good defense.
Derrick Jones was there.
Derrick Jones, I mean, you just tip the cap, keep on going, man. But that was great. Brandon says Cornelius. I'm gonna call him James Cornelius Harden. But that, and the Mavs trailed by as much as 31 points. Took a lead. But James Harden said, nope.
Yep.
Y'all going to not have a shot blocker like Derek Lively in the game? Okay. I can beat my man off the dribble on this high screen. I can get into the paint. Go ahead, Will. What are you going to say?
And that to that point, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was watching the game, and Kleber, I get it. I don't understand it for the life of me. I'm going to pick on him because he's the most recent. James Harden came down the lane with that little teardrop, and he's standing there watching it. Just jump up, extend your hand. Something. Give him some type of resistance. You standing there watching it.
He was admiring the shot. Will, he was admiring that. Oh, that sure is pretty.
Get step. Put a hand up. Resist. Yeah, that bothers me. That bothers me.
But, what are your thoughts on this from Justin? We got an echo here all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Can I ask Justin? I saw that, and you know what I also saw? I saw Jokic do the exact same thing. Wanting to play challenged, running to his bench, stopping up and down, doing the exact same thing right after LeBron did it.
And I think LeBron was right.
And he was exactly right. Yep. He did not touch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, everybody remember, get you an FTS cup. Get that mug. And the Lakers did not get swept.
I could make an argument Chris, the Lakers should be up 3-1 right now.
I was going there. Lakers have led majority of this series.
Yep.
So you can say, pick out every perspective you want. Lakers have had trouble closing out games, or the Nuggets have found ways to win. The winning culture, depending on your perspective. But Jamal Murray is questionable for Game 5 Monday.
Yep.
With a calf strain, I believe.
Yep. Left calf strain.
If he can't play, that's a big missing piece right there.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does not play Game 5, the Lakers clearly they have to close out and win on the road in Denver. That's not easy, obviously. But if they do, 3-2, coming back to LA for Game 6, the longer it goes, we got a chance to close the team out.
Yep.
And you don't get it done. More games played, more opportunities for players to get injured. Strange calls not to go your way, or whatever you want to say. Because I want to say, Jamal Murray in this series, or the last 3 games, he has scored 90 points on 86 shots, something like that.
Yeah.
That's not very good. So we'll see what happens in Game 5.
And conversely, to that point, well, 2 things. But Embiid scored 50 points on 19 shots the other night.
Yep.
And then talk about Game 6. Game 6 is Thursday. That's 2 days off for LeBron to get right.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's every other day in the playoffs, and he might get a shot, he's worn down. But you give LeBron 2 days, and then if they win Game 6, Game 7, all bets are off. It's Game 7. It's an elimination game. LeBron is averaging 34 points in elimination games in his career.
Yep.
So, okay, just saying.
And salute to AD.
Yep.
Because he's been putting up just massive numbers. 25 points, 23 rebounds in Game 4, 6 assists, only 1 turnover. Played 42 minutes. He's putting in work. And goodness knows, Joker's a hell of a player, obviously. Joker with a triple-double, 33, 14, and 14. Basketball played at the highest level is beautiful to watch. It is beautiful to watch. Rockets aren't there yet. And goodness knows, my Detroit Pistons need a telescope to see the playoffs, the play-in, whatever. Well, from your Your perspective.
Mhm.
Do you believe Monty Williams coached like he wanted to be there this year?
If I could say it like this, I think he coached to send a message like, what is this you've given me? And it's not, I think he coached to say, hey, it's not me. I think, what was it, Killian Hayes kind of took the brunt of that.
Yeah.
And then they finally released him, I believe, and right
Yeah.
around the trade deadline. I don't know. I think it was a message sent. Like, all right, I took this job, but I got to give me something to work with.
That's fair. And Justin has said this on the Let's Talk Houston Rockets shows a few times as well.
Mhm.
I'm going to turn it around. And clearly, Monty's wasn't getting $12 million a year. So he's very, very well paid head coach. The job of a head coach, Will, is to maximize the players you have and their skills.
True. Facts.
And I say it like this. Obviously, it's hypothetical and won't happen. If Eric Spoelstra was coaching the Pistons, they would have won more games than they did this year.
Okay. Fair. And here's the thing, to another point, that by the end of the night, the Phoenix Suns could be out of the playoffs, and Frank Vogel could be getting fired.
Yep.
After year one.
Yeah.
So what does that say about Matt Ishbia? That's a whole nother situation. But yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And this is legit. I said this from the jump. Monty initially wanted to take a year off. Yep. Tom Gore said, let's go back to Monty. Let's make a higher salary demand. And Monty said, yeah, how much? Take care of my wife too with her health issues. Where do I sign?
Ask Phil Jackson and James Dolan how that worked when I kept turning it down till we got the $12 million per. How did that work out for the New York Knicks? Just saying.
Yeah. So, and hey, Troy Weaver has made some questionable personnel moves. No doubt. But it should not have taken Monty Williams to February to realize Killian Hayes just ain't it. Okay. He's not the answer. And January 1st, easy to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit was in town playing the Rockets. Halftime and after the game. I'm talking to colleagues, James L. Edwards with The Athletic. At the time, Mike Curtis was covering Detroit for the Detroit News, and Omari Sankofa at the Free Press. I said to him, in this game, Marcus Sasser had it going. Okay. And once again, Killian Hayes did not. And I was like, fellas, why is Monty just still playing Killian Hayes over Marcus Sasser? And each of them said, we wonder that every day. We wonder that every day. And I was like, well, you answer my question right there. So, so all that's done. So, and it's so bad. And why it took him till January to realize, maybe I should stagger Cade and Jaden Ivey's minutes. Yes. yes, you should. And I go with a 5 bench guys at the same time on the floor unit. Yes, you should do that too, coach. But whatever. But
maybe,
go ahead.
And maybe in hindsight, he did take his year off. It still took him.
Yeah. Great answer, Will. Because the job he did was so poor. I don't even know whoever the president, the new hire comes in and makes changes, brings in different talent, better talent upgrades. if Monty will make that new talent work. That's how bad it is now. I wonder if he's tuned out, because I give him credit. He did not blame the players during the streak. He took the hits for his team. He sent videos to the league office when he felt that his players were getting just jobbed on poor calls and fouls, calling them a whole lot, way more than everybody else. So I commend him for that. But in terms of player development, Jaden Ivey's defense is awful. Jalen Duren's defense is awful. Individual defense. Like, what are they being coached? Because it's awful. Did Marcus Sasser meet my expectations this year? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Because Monty Williams did not know how to utilize Marcus's skills. Marcus should have been on the floor with Kate Cunningham. Marcus is not a point guard yet. He was a point guard at UH. He's a scoring guard. He's a short scoring guard. You put Marcus on the floor with Cade, you got spacing, floor spacing. Well, Cade can penetrate into the paint, kick it out to Marcus for threes all day long. But no, I'm going to play Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes, 3-point percentage is like a little bit better than you and me. And Brandon and C37 and Justin. But he kept playing him over and over and over. Sometimes Marcus turned the ball over too much. Sure. Because you ask him to do things that he's not ready yet to do. But whatever. Late third quarter, Pacers lead what's left of the Bucks. No Giannis, no Dame, by 12, 88-76. Indy wins that game. They go up 3-1 in that series. Another example, health, injuries, a part of basketball, it's part of sports. Yep. You just never know. You hope come playoff time that your star players and you are as healthy as possible to give your team the best chance to win that chip. So that cliche, next man up. Will. I don't think the Bucks have another Giannis.
No. Well, they have another Antetokounmpo.
They do, but he ain't Giannis. They don't have another Dame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that next man up mentality sounds good.
Yeah.
It may work once.
Right.
But you're trying to win a championship, win a series after series, you need your best players. Okay.
Correct.
Healthy.
Correct.
So, okay. Final few minutes here of FTS episode 124. Mr. Gibson.
Yes, sir.
Brandon, Justin, C837, everybody watching us. Oh, let me do this because I'm still kind of, out of the habit. Watching us on FTS, on Folks Talk Sports on X, right there, as well as on Folks Talking Sports on YouTube, and I'm still on the Houston Roundball Review as well. A few days ago, did you see this? Hear about this?
I did.
For those who are listening to the audio version, I'm going to read this. Amazon Prime has framework deal for NBA broadcast rights per sources, putting pressure on TNT, NBC. And this is from Andrew Marchand with The Athletic. Used to be the media person at the New York Post. It is expected that Prime Video's package will include significant regular season and postseason games, perhaps even some conference finals. The anticipation is that the final contract will be for at least a decade and begin the 2025-2026 season. ESPN/ABC is expected to keep the NBA Finals on its networks for the duration of its deals. Like Amazon, ESPN's new contract also is expected to be at least a decade in length. The NBA prefers to have 3 companies involved in its new deals, but has not ruled out adding a 4th. The NBA is finishing 9-year deals that pay it $2.6 billion with a B billion dollars on average from ESPN and TNT Sports. Those contracts end after the 24-25 season. The advancement in the Amazon and ESPN talks leave incumbent Warner Brothers Discovery, which owns network TNT Sports, to face off with NBC, owned by Comcast, for the likely last package of games. Warner Brothers Discovery has the right to match deals, but NBC could structure an agreement in a way that makes it difficult. While there is still work to be completed for the final arrangements, the current packages are going to be pruned slightly to create the third partner. In one arrangement, ESPN will cut down from around 100 games to around 80, according to executives briefed on the talks. A natural landing spot for Amazon's regular season games could be Thursday night, where it already has the NFL from September to early January. In recent years, the NBA has moved its games off Thursday during that time to not go head-to-head with the NFL. It is expected to then have significant playoff inventory. Interesting. Amazon has shown interest in global rights, which has been a key part of the NBA's negotiating strategy as it lined all of its domestic and international deals to end following the 24-25 season. With ESPN, Amazon, and the NBA all under the impression that they will complete deals, this puts the onus on TNT Sports, which has had the NBA since 1984. It is in a fight with NBC, which was a lead partner of the NBA before losing its rights in 2002. NBC, with its streaming service Peacock, wants back in and is competing with Warner Brothers Discovery Sports for a deal. Your thoughts, sir?
Man, big bank take little bank is what I'm thinking first and foremost. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, without question. I mean, the product on the court is the product on the court. If you look at pre-game, post-game, TNT has the hottest thing on right now. Shaq and Chuck, Kenny and Ernie, inside the NBA. Now, the question is that portable? If that's hypothetically speaking, if NBC were to take the deal, would they move on to NBC? Or, would NBC have in-house talent that they wanted to bring in or elevate to that platform? I don't know, but the streaming component is key. I mean, Amazon Prime is Amazon Prime. The model works, as case in point, the NFL from September to early January. I mean, that works. The only reason that's not more profitable for them than it is the matchups they have on Thursday night. The matchups, frankly, for NFL Thursday night prime package are terrible. Yes. The NBA will, I hope, work with them. And they said, and I believe the opening paragraph mentioned that the premium games. And I think that's a result of the substandard games they've been getting from the NFL. So I think Amazon, and rightfully so, and very, very smart on their part, is making sure that we need premium games in order to make this deal work. It's the law of the land right now. It's the lay of the land. It's the world that we're living in right now. Everything is streaming based. I mean, I'm holding up my phone right now. I've watched several games on this phone. While out and about doing several things. I've also watched games here at home, but you got to be versatile. You got to be liquid. You got to be able to meet the needs of the masses, and that's what the streaming platforms are going to do. So Peacock with NBC and Warner Brothers Discovery. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how quickly, and I mean, even look with the draft this year going to 2 nights, first and second round, 1 per night. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out, and at the end of the day, you know, who brings the big bank to the table and lets Adam Silver know we can get this done.
Do you think it? Do you think it could be NBC and Warner Brothers Discovery to make it 4 networks, 4 companies?
It could. I do think it could. I mean, then you got ego involved. You know, no, you know, TNT, we've been in this for 40 years. You know, NBC's been out of it for 20. You know, will they want to hold hands and be friends? I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, if Adam Silver steps in and says, hey, you know, this is what we want. You know, we want to work with all of our partners. Yeah, it can happen.
Because, let's see, the CEO, don't forget this, and folks who don't know it, how long ago was it he made this comment? David Zaslav, Warner Brothers CEO, said 2 years ago, November 2022, we don't have to have the NBA.
Oh.
Trust me when I say Adam Silver,
Hurt.
Mark Tatum, and everybody else in the NBA office has not forgotten that comment from Mr. David Zaslav. So he didn't really backtrack it. You know, he kind of stood firm with it in terms of it has to make sense for us as a company, you know, all those business why, hey, that makes sense, of course.
Yeah, but you can't say I don't need the NBA. Okay.
So if the NBA says, okay, well, you said you don't have to have us. Well, it's going to cost you this much more to keep us. Because NBC and Peacock, they want us back. They do want to have us. So what say you, Mr. Zaslav? How badly? Well, you already said you don't really have to have us. Well, we might be calling your bluff. And just doing us right here and saying, cheers to you, salute.
Yep.
So, I don't know. You don't hold grudges. Commissioner Silver is going to go where the dollars go.
Yep.
And where it makes the most sense. But yes, inside the NBA, Justin says it. The people still want inside the NBA with TNT.
Yep.
Charles was just seen roasting Galveston, but the CEO said we don't have to have the NBA.
Be interested to see how much longer he's the CEO is based on that. They know.
Well, if they lose the NBA,
yeah,
it could be like the next day.
Right.
So,
right.
And this part of it, and this is a question, you know, who is it? Chuck did sign a new contract or a contract extension with Turner, or he in his show with Gayle King, whatever.
That just got canceled, though.
Oh, it did? Oh, see?
Yep.
So NBC, it could be inside the NBA on NBC.
Yep.
They could decide to just, you know, move the crew to NBC. NBC won't find a team that will rival Charles and Kenny. Well, they might just bring Charles and Kenny over with.
Yeah. Yep.
If they move it to NBC, it would definitely be a wider audience with no paywall. There's this thing called Peacock.
Yeah.
So, because I wonder, if there are 4 networks, the league agrees to boost up the media rights deal to $5.5 or $6 billion. I don't think they're going to triple their maybe $8 billion, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have your Saturday game on ABC, Saturday evening.
Yep.
Thursday game on Amazon. Sunday game on NBC after football season. And then before football season, you could have it on Turner on Sunday, whatever. Or let's stick with the Tuesday game on Turner, on Warner Brothers Discovery. Have the Tuesday night game on there. There's different ways to do this. Let's see. Justin said, you think they wouldn't show games on KPRC over the air in Houston? Oh, no, I think it might be a joint for the local market for that team. Like if the Rockets are playing at home, the game would be on KPRC and on Peacock, something like that. But for everybody else, it'd be on Peacock. You know what I'm saying? So, because go back to it, one of the first things Marchand wrote and then reiterated, Prime Video will have even some conference finals on Amazon Prime Video. Conference finals, Will.
Yep. Significant regular season games. Because, again,
yes,
these NFL games they've had the last 2 years have left a lot to be desired.
So they want significant games. So that's going to be just a little bit different. See how it all plays out. They're going to want to get subscribers to Peacock or whoever it is. Heck. And at some point, if Warner Brothers does remain, they might put some games to, Max.
Yep.
That's going to happen too. Streaming is here to stay, but there's still teams and leagues who want to keep the local affiliate over-the-air component part of the package to maximize those eyeballs, the audience for your sponsors.
Yep.
But yes, we shall see. David Zaslav said that comment. We don't have to have the NBA back November 2022. He's hoping they forgot about that, even though it's all over the internet and everything. These final moments, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the Super Leagues coming to Division I college football? Maybe coming to Division I college football.
I mean, inevitable. I mean, what, July 1?
Okay. Well, I'm going with this. I'm talking about the idea. I think it'll be tweaked with the idea of 7 10-team conferences, Super Leagues, with relegation for the 8th 10-team conference.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know. I haven't spent much time on that. It'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Very.
Because, I think it's pretty obvious. The Big Ten and SEC really don't care who it is. Either Big 12 or ACC goes away. Whatever. It'll be a Big 3, Big 2, and that other third, that other conference.
Yep.
But more and more, and I hate it for football. I hate it, but it's going to happen. Having these basically 3 20-team conferences, which is 6 10-team conferences. I mean, a 20-team conference of football, that's not a conference. I mean, come on. You're only playing 9 conference games, so you're not playing more than half your teams in your quote-unquote conference every year. That's not a conference. But football fans don't care. Football fans of the Big Ten, SEC, hey, our team, as long as my team is still in with the big boys, I'm good. We don't care about you peons. You also Rams. We don't care about y'all. But at some point in the future, the Ohio State, the team from up north, USC. Do we really need to have Rutgers be with us?
Yes, I'll answer that. You know why? It's the New York market.
Okay. Then I'll go with this. Do we really need to have just pick a bottom feeder? Heck, now
Northwestern. Well, no, Northwestern, Chicago. I'll
Nebraska,
give you,
you know,
yeah.
SEC. Vanderbilt, we really need to have Vanderbilt part of us, be with us.
I'll give you that.
You know, I think that's going to happen at some point down the line as well. Football stirs the drink. I just wish they'd go stir their own drink and leave everybody else alone because they can. Just go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But anyhow, always good talking to you, brother.
It is, brother. My man.
You know, I know you and AD had a great show talking Texans and Browns. And I'm glad that Tank Dell is okay from being an innocent bystander at a private party.
Yep. 16-year-old. What are you doing?
Why are you at the private party?
Just shooting
at a bar. You know, I mean, what's up with that? I just got started because of a
fist fight.
A fist fight. At least it was a fight. Just leave it at that. We got to bring out heat.
Right.
Youngsters today, man, just take your beat down like a man and keep it moving, man. You gotta, man. But anyway, Mr. Gibson, Brother Gibson.
Yes.
It's your world, my man. How can folks find you?
Thank you again for the opportunity, as always. You can always find me on social media at Will Gibson 7 on Twitter, Facebook Will Knows, IG and Threads is Will Knows Sports.
And I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner. You find me there on X, the HR Review, but more and more, it's ironic to me, not ironic, interesting. IG Spoutable, Threads, and TikTok, Houston Roundball Review. I posted, a 30-second clip of Chiney Ogwumike and Andrea Carter dancing after the women's championship game between Iowa and Carolina. From where my immediacy was, I could see them. So I caught them in their dance and I posted it on my Instagram. That reel gets hundreds of views like every day. I'm getting more and more followers just because of that clip of them dancing.
Right.
Those folks aren't following anything else that I post on Instagram. They're not liking anything, like my comments or clips about Chris McDermott, big fella who won the 2024 Guy V. Lewis Award. He announced his college choice Friday evening. He's going to go to Texas A&M to play basketball and get his education. He averaged, I think numbers-wise, this year for Booker T. Washington High School, he averaged, maybe like 20 and 17, something like that. And he's also fourth in his class.
Wow.
Graduating class.
Impressive.
So I am very proud of him for that as well. So I wish him the best of luck at A&M. And as I told him Friday, you ain't far, man. So I can go up the road and see you. He said, okay, I'll see you there too. So it's good. I always want to see these youngsters do well on the court, on the field, what have you, in the classroom as well. So salute to Chris McDermott. Go to Instagram, Houston Roundball Review, to watch those two clips of my conversation with him. Tony M., thank you very much for always watching. Brandon F., same with you. Justin as well. CA37. Everybody watching on YouTube and on Twitter. We'll do it again soon, hopefully on a regular basis. But also, it's been too long. We've gone more than a year. FTS has gone more than a year without a sponsor. Email me at kgardner@thehrr.com if you want to advertise on this show, advertise on the Houston Roundball Review, advertise on, like I said, Will and I are both on Threads and Instagram and Twitter. So you can reach a whole bunch of different folks just by advertising on this show. Email me there at kgardner@thehrr.com. I got an interview with Alvin Franklin tomorrow for more discussion about the Houston Cougars' upcoming summer road tour. That'll be posted on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. And as always, everybody who's a regular, loyal supporter, follower of the Roundball Review, you know this. If you're new, this will be new to you. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Y'all take care. Peace.